live. It is my first year anniversary, which I am so excited about. I wanted to do a live for the first short I did, like leaf collecting, but I wasn't able to as I've been really busy with a whole bunch of things. So I needed to practice piano, and I thought this is the greatest opportunity. I'll just go live while I play piano. So, comment maybe some skills or something you'd like me to do. I don't know. We'll do whatever we want, but hopefully some people join live. And I hope that this will gain me a few more subscribers. Thank you so much, everyone, for 68 subscribers. I am so happy. I can't believe it. I am really excited to get to let's say 100 subscribers. Let's try getting to 100 subscribers right now. That would be really, really nice. So I just realized I forgot to get my stand out. That was kind of dumb, I guess, but I'll get that set up. Hopefully all of your days have been going well. This is not the stand. I literally just grabbed the music stand. That's the wrong stand. I use a mic stand actually sometimes. Hi, it's nice to see you. Glad I got one person on the live. This is probably an awkward time. I know it's the middle of the week, but it's my first year anniversary, so I'm so excited about that. This is kind of awkward to set up, but I'm trying to set up my stand. I just use a mic stand because I don't have a phone stand yet. I just do all my videos by holding it, but I can't really hold it while I play piano. So I'm gonna try to practice some piano. Sorry if I'm making anyone dizzy. I was excited to go live, I guess. Does anyone else here ever go live? Is there some tips you want to give me? This is my second time live and I love it. I had so much fun the first time. You should go check it out if you haven't. I did watercolor painting with markers. This is very wobbly. So that was a lot of fun. There, now it's tight and not wobbly. You can comment some scales or something you'd like me to do. And hopefully everyone can see this and hear this all right. If you can't, please let me know. Is there some songs you'd like me to play? Hopefully I'm not... Oh no! This doesn't want to work today. Trying to figure this out. It would have been smart to figure this out earlier, but I'm figuring it out now. Maybe I don't normally use this. I literally forgot what I normally use. I just found it. Okay. This is taking a lot more figuring than it was supposed to. This is probably what happens after a full day of work. And then you just decide to do something on the spur of the moment. But yeah. This is not what I normally use. It's just what I used last time. That's why I got confused. There. So yeah, I don't have very long, but hopefully we can get some piano practice in, and hopefully we can get some chatting in. And also you get to see how I normally go. So if I want to record, like I did do a piano video, and people said they wanted some more piano videos, so here we go. Oops. Not trying to make you all dizzy. My goodness. But this is what I normally use. It's literally a mic stand. I know. I'm getting a phone stand for my birthday, so. There! Yay! 5 minutes in and we're all set up. And I won't be able to see any comments while I'm playing, so I'll just keep stopping and checking every once in a while. But this is gonna be showing you my practice routine, I guess. I don't have very long. I have about 20 minutes. Normally I practice for about an hour. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with some scales. I normally start with the C scale just because that's the easiest, so. And that's a C scale, fast one. This is what you call a chord, and I'm doing a full chord, so I'm doing from one octave to the other octave. So I'll normally go from the right hand scales. Hopefully you can see all of that. So if you can't, please tell me if you can't see anything right or if you can't hear anything right. Yeah. I'm keeping looking back and I haven't seen comments yet. So hopefully they're on. But yeah, so normally I go from doing the right hand scale and then I'll do the left hand scale and then now I'm going to go and do them together. It's not working today, is it? So yes, then after doing both of those, I'll normally get to do another scale if I have time. So now I've done C, and I'm gonna do, I feel like G, so I'm gonna do G. So now that I've done G, I'm going to go on to something else. I still have a few more minutes, so from there I'll go into some classical music, or I'll go into some hymns, like just in arrangements. So, I can do one of these. There's a really beautiful one. It's Jesu, Joy of Man Cesare, and Fairest Lord Jesus combined in one. And that is Jesu, Joy of Man Cesaring by J.S. Bach and Traditional is what it says. I don't know exactly who it's from, but I didn't do the best because I haven't practiced it in a while. But yes, feel free to comment, anyone, if you want to. The next one I'm going to play is called There Shall Be Showers of Blessing by James McCrannon and Dino Sonicus. I really like Dino's music. It's very nice. And that is There Shall Be Showers of Blessing. I like that song. I like how there's all these glisses, which make it sound like raindrops, to me at least. So that's one. Some more songs I will play, and also on my iPad I have classical music that I like to play, and this classical music is paired with the violin. So I also play the violin, by the way, which is really fun, and it's really fun to learn songs that I can play with the violin and piano. I haven't yet recorded them together, and it's very hard to, because when you're not playing them together, it's hard to get the timing right and everything. But I'm working on it to be able to do that. I'm sure it will be a little bit yet. But one I've been working on off and on is this one. I don't play with piano very often. I mostly play with the violin, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. It's called Concert in H Moll or Concerto in B minor by O. Redding, option 35. time to play that right now. I actually need to go because I have some other things to do. But thank you so much to everyone who joined. I had lots of fun practicing piano with you, and I almost got half an hour, which was my goal to get today. Thanks so much for supporting my channel, and thank you so much for getting me to 68 subscribers. I hope this live stream will get me to 70, but yes, on the road to 100. So thank you so much. Bye.